tonight is the caucus in Iowa. And I'm wondering what you think is going to be tomorrow morning's headline. And by headline, I mean, it could be something, totally strange, or it could just be, who do you think is going to win? But there are so many different possibilities. Rubio trying to downplay Cruz's expectations. Everybody's trying to downplay their own expectations in the hope that that'll cause people to get up and get out there and vote for them. There's a sort of a mini tempest in a teapot on the Democratic side. Andrea Mitchell on MSNBC was talking about Clinton's Iowa Caucus game plan, quote, infiltrate O'Malley. This was interesting. And over at BuzzFeed, there's a headline, Clinton, Iowa volunteers train when to push backers to O'Malley to block Bernie. Which raised the question in my mind, how do you do that? Like the way the caucuses work, and again, if you know more about this than I've never caucused in Iowa, and I've never been to one, but my understanding of how they work is you got a big room, one corner will be O'Malley, one corner will be Sanders, one corner will be Clinton, designated, as each, with probably campaign signs and stuff. And everybody who is going to caucus walks into the room, and they walk to the corner that is their corner. So in my mind, I was wondering, how is it that the Clinton campaign can say to some of their people, go stand with the... Oh, and I missed a really vital part here. There's this thing called the viability test. If your corner doesn't have at least 15% of the total for the room, then all the people in your corner have to either leave altogether or they have to redistribute themselves to one of the other two candidates. So if O'Malley doesn't hit 15%, he's 3% in the polls, right? If he doesn't hit 15%, if his supporters don't hit 15%, they have to split up and go either with Sanders or Clinton. And the Quinnipiac poll that came out yesterday showed that the most frequent second choice of O'Malley voters was Sanders. It was 50 to 48, so it's a fairly even split. But I think that the 48% who said that Clinton was their second choice, they're sort of establishment Democrats who just happen to like O'Malley better than Clinton, presumably, or for whatever reason, or maybe think he's got a better chance to win. But the other 50% of O'Malley supporters, they're basically backing a candidate who is relatively anti-institutional. Bernie is essentially opposed to the system, as it were. So I was wondering, how is it that the Clinton group can say, okay, you Clinton people, go stand over there with the O'Malley people to keep them viable? Why? How could they do that? And then reading into this BuzzFeed article, I discovered there's an app for that. The Clinton campaign has put together an app. And quoting from the story by Ben Smith, Ruby Kramer, and Evan Morris Santoro over at BuzzFeed, the software, which they showed BuzzFeed, it's an iPhone software, allows them to enter the complete number of attendees at a given caucus and then to divvy them up by candidate. The app shows how many supporters each candidate needs to reach their thresholds. Precinct captains can then calculate easier whether, say, Clinton can, without cost to her own delegate count, boost O'Malley to viability. And they've been trained in that maneuver. I still don't understand why that benefits. If you keep O'Malley viable, I mean, ultimately, there's just one winner out of this. Or is there something I don't understand? It's delegate allocation. I get that. Oh, you're okay. All right. So in other words, O'Malley will still get some delegate. In other words, it's not winner take all, these things. Thank you, Shano. Shano is educating me here. I thought that each individual caucus was winner take all, and it's not. It's actually how many delegates do you get? So they're trying to keep, without losing any Clinton delegates, they're trying to keep O'Malley delegates to hurt Sanders or something. I just, it just seems strange. I think, personally, call me an idealist. You may say that I'm a dreamer, but I think I'm not the only one who thinks that people should vote who they think is the best candidate, right? And then caucus for them. To watch more clips from our programs, hit the Watch More Videos button over here. And please be sure to hit the handy-dandy subscribe button so you'll always be up to date. Tag, you're it.